Well, it's been a weird 2 months. I did two videos in the last 2 months. The first one was when I talked about buying a new laptop that I bought from Newegg. That got messed up because they charged me for the full thing instead of the 4 installments. And that freaked me out and that almost messed up my credit. But luckily, I got paid just in time. But that wasn't supposed to happen that way. Not my fault. I talked to the people. That fell apart. But at least I got it. And I've done what I could with it. The video that I did a month ago was me ranting about the laptop. The thing is that I used to know a lot about computers. I still know a bunch, but I knew nothing about Windows 11. I knew nothing about all this other stuff that was going to happen. I had no clue what to do. And it was bothersome. Things weren't working right. There's certain things I tried to bring into my new laptop, and they wouldn't be there because I went on DuckDuckGo, looked up how to do such and such a thing, and then I followed the instructions, and then when it says, and then save everything into this particular folder, that folder didn't exist. So that was irksome. Then last week, a friend of mine came into town. He used to live in the area that I lived in. He and his wife moved to Florida last March, and he was coming up because he was doing an event at one of the auditoriums that we have in the area, and he'd been asked to come up, so he came up and he did all that. And we went, he got to catch up with some of the family members and some of his other friends that were in the area. We had, meals at a few restaurants that I hadn't been to in a long time, and that was cool. But the main thing he did is that he sat down at this desk right here with the laptop over there, and he started giving me certain types of instructions on what I shouldn't have done and what I should have done. And when I told him that it all made sense to me the way I was doing it, he said, "But I told you not to do that." And I said, "I don't remember anything you said because I was fretting, Fretting, because it was just overwhelming. It was too much. He's the only computer guy I knew who could come here to do this. I didn't know anyone else." And then he left beginning of the week, Monday evening. And I've been chill ever since. Things aren't totally perfect, not even close to it, as a matter of fact, because I loaded Firefox, although I didn't know I loaded Firefox, but that's how I pretty much get to all the websites I have. And I have Firefox on my other computer, which, by the way, I'm still using for certain things because it's just so much easier to go through that. But I still have these weird issues. For instance, on YouTube, actually pretty much every website using Firefox, anything that has a link to something, it's a dark blue. It's a dark blue on a black, dark background. And I can barely see it. I could go to the white background, but I don't want to do that. I'm probably going to do it for a while at a certain point because it would just take the ease off me for a while. But I've always used a dark background. So you have that. Anyway, I've gotten to a point now where, like I said, you can see this. I'm a lot calmer. It's just how it is. You have to kind of work your way through different types of things. And I mentioned how I use the other computer. So this is weird. I have certain things that only work on the other computer that don't work on this one, only because I can't figure out how to do it on this one. But I also have certain things that I do on this one that I can't do on the old one. That's weird. I still have two 2 terabyte drives in the enclosure, along with the 2 terabyte that came with the laptop. But because I also have this thing, I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up here. Because laptops these days don't have, they don't have, these things anymore. So I bought that, and I've been able to load certain things on the other computer in here, and then load certain things onto this thing and take it to the other room, which has helped a lot. Sometimes you just have to find out where your comfort level is. The last time I did this video, I got to use the camera here in my office, and the one thing that I wasn't having problems with anymore is lag. Everything works well on that. So I thank you, Snowball. That's Snowball. I thank Snowball for doing it. And I've got more, more power. That works out well also. I don't know. Like I said, I feel a little better. I think I'm going to figure some other things out. Here's the one other thing that hit me that my friend kind of mentioned, but I didn't understand what he was saying because I was still fretting over other things. This is interesting. So I had two discs. I had one that was Microsoft Publisher 2000 and the other Office 2007. Now, I didn't want to have to use the Publisher 2000. I didn't even think it would work on this one. It might have worked on the other one, but I still had that program on the other computer. And then the same with Office 2007. Actually, the big problem with that is that I didn't have the key. I didn't have the key to that software. I had it for the Publisher 2000, but that wasn't going to work. So I said that to my friend Scott, hey, this is irksome. I don't know how to do any of these things. And he says, have you tried looking it up on DuckDuckGo to see if there's a different program you can use or something, anything like that? Something I hadn't thought of. So I go online and I start doing my research, and it turns out that I could buy Office 2022. And it has everything. It has Word, and it has Publisher, and all four things that came with everything else. I said, what? And it was on sale for $39. It was originally $150 if you had bought it from Microsoft. I didn't have to buy it off of Microsoft. Because they've got some newer things also, but you can add 2022. It's still going to be an update. It's got the same programs. It's coming in the mail. I should have it sometime this week because this is Sunday. This is Sunday night. So I should have it within a couple more days, and I should be good to go. It's just amazing how many things that I used to automatically know, because I was surprised to find out that I had other programs in the drawer that's next to me that I was never going to use. For instance, I still had Windows Vista. How many of you remember that? And I never loaded it because I didn't like Windows Vista. I don't know why I bought it, but I did. So, it's one of those kind of things where overall, I have calmed down. I hope most people can kind of calm down when you have changes and you can't find anyone to help you out. And that's all I've got. I didn't really have anything else I wanted to talk about. I'm hoping that the next video I do, maybe in a couple of weeks rather than a month apart, will have nothing to do with this computer. It may have something to do with other life. I've had another situation from the job that I do, delivering pharmaceuticals to patients around the area, and a dangerous situation that could have gotten me possibly killed. But that's for another time. Anyway, my name's Mitch Mitchell, and that's all I've got. Hopefully next time, this is going to be a lot better than this time. Y'all take care.